तू चलता चल तू चलता चल तू चलता चल.
Hello everyone, welcome to No Fields Academy Written Classes. Myself Pratham Balla, educator for CDS Mathematics at No Fields Academy. From today onwards, we will be having some free classes on YouTube so that you all can learn. Let's start today's topic, number system. It is not a difficult topic if studied properly. It has a weightage of about 10 to 20 questions in the exam. So, what is a number system? It is a system of representing or expressing numbers. Now let's come to types of numbers. For our convenience, we have categorized numbers under different names. For example, natural numbers, the numbers which start from 1 and end at infinity, or we can say naturally occurring numbers. When we are counting something, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. We generally don't say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We count with 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are just naturally occurring numbers. That's why these are natural numbers or counting numbers which start from 1 and end at infinity. If we put all the numbers in a bag, then it is denoted by n, or we can say set of all the natural numbers is denoted by n. Now let's come to whole numbers. Natural numbers including 0 in the beginning becomes whole numbers, and all whole numbers are denoted by w. Now let's come to even numbers. What are even numbers? Numbers which are divisible by 2 are even numbers, or we can say numbers which end with 2, 4, 6, 8 and 0 are even numbers. Now what are odd numbers? Numbers which are not even numbers or numbers which are not divisible by 2 are odd numbers, or we can say numbers which are ending with 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9 are odd numbers. Now let's come to prime numbers. Numbers which are divisible by 1 and the number itself are prime numbers, or we can say a prime number is a number greater than 1 which is not a product of smaller natural numbers. For example, we are having 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. These are the examples of prime numbers. Now let's say you are asked whether a given number is prime or not. So how can we find whether a given number is prime or not? We can find using this way. Let's say we are given 37 and we are asked whether it is prime or not prime. How can we tell? Just take the square root of 37, which will be something 6 point and so on, and take prime numbers starting from 2, 3 up to the square root of 37, which is 2, 3, 5. Only these three prime numbers will be there. Then just check whether these three numbers divide by 37 or not without leaving any remainder. If they divide, then 37 is not a prime number. If they don't divide, then 37 is a prime number. So we know that 37 is not divisible by 2, neither by 3, nor by 5. So we can say 37 is a prime number. Now let's come to co-prime numbers. Pair of natural numbers which do not have any other common divisor except 1. For example, 2 and 3 are co-prime numbers, 5 and 6 are co-prime, 8 and 9 are co-prime, or we can say consecutive, two consecutive numbers are always co-prime. Why? Because they do not have any other common divisor except 1. Are two prime numbers always co-prime? Yes, they will be co-prime because they do not have any other common divisor except 1. Now let's come to twin prime numbers. Pair of prime numbers with a difference of 2 are twin prime numbers. For example, 3, 5, 5, 7, and after this we have 11, 13 and 17, 19 and so on. Now what are composite numbers? A number greater than 1 which is not a prime number is a composite number, or we can say any number which can be expressed as a product of two smaller natural numbers greater than 1 is a composite number. For example, 4, 6, 8, 9, then 10, 12, 14, and so on. Now what are integers? Integers are a collection of positive, negative, and zero numbers. It is denoted by Z. For example, -2, -3, 0, 2, 3, all are integers. Every natural number, whole number, is a part of integer. And 0 is neither a positive nor a negative integer. Now let's come to rational numbers. A number R is a rational number if it can be expressed in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q are co-prime integers and Q is not equal to 0. Why co-prime? Why co-prime? Because if P and Q are not co-prime, then we can have any other number which will be the same equivalent of rational number. That's why we need a co-prime numbers. And why Q not equal to 0? Q not equal to 0 because the number will become undefined if we have, let's say, 5 upon 0, then it is not defined, or we can say it is infinity or not defined. The set of all rational numbers is denoted by Q. Examples of rational numbers include -half, 9 by 7, 5 by 6, and so on. Every natural number, whole number, and integer is a rational number. Now let's say you are given two rational numbers, 1 and 2. Can we find other rational numbers between them? Yes. How many rational numbers we can find between them? Infinite rational numbers. How? Just multiply. It is 1 upon 1 and it is 2 upon 1. Just multiply it with 1000 upon 1000. Same with 1000 upon 1000. Then what do we get? We get 1000 upon 1000 and 2000 upon 1000. Now can we find 1000 numbers from 1000 to 2000? Yes, we can find. All those numbers will be in between 1 and 2. So we can similarly, if we multiply with some big number here, then we can find infinite rational numbers between two given rational numbers. To remember all these things, we can say we have natural numbers, then we have whole numbers which include all the natural numbers, then we have integers which include all the natural numbers and whole numbers, then we have rational numbers which include all of these things. Now let's come to irrational numbers. What are irrational numbers? The numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q both are co-prime and Q is not equal to 0. For example, root 2, root 5, pi, root 6, root 7, and so on. The difference between rational number and irrational number is that irrational numbers are non-terminating and non-repeating. That means if we are going to find the value of root 2, we can find it till infinity, like 1.414, and we can find it till infinity. We can keep on finding, it will not stop. Whereas if we are given a rational number like 5 upon 6, or let's say 2 upon 3, then we can find a decimal equivalent as 0.6666. It will keep on going, but we add 7 there and it is repeating as well. This is not repeating. Every time we will get different value. We cannot find any pattern in them, but here we will be having pattern like 6 is repeating. So we, in the end, we add 7. Now what are real numbers? The collection of all rational numbers and irrational numbers are called real numbers. Now let's come to the absolute value of a real number. The absolute value of a real number x is denoted by mod x. For example, mod 3 equals 3, mod 5 equals 5. What do we mean to say? we can say that any number inside mod will become positive after coming outside. If it is positive, it will remain as it is. If it is 0, it will remain as it is 0. If it is negative, let's say 4, mod 4, then it will become positive 4. Now let's come to factors and multiples. A factor is a number that divides another number leaving no remainder, whereas a multiple is the product result of one number multiplied by another number. For example, when we multiply numbers 5 and 6 together, 5 multiplied by 6, we get 30. Then 30 is the multiple of 5 and 6, and we can say 5 and 6 are the factors of 30. Now let's do some questions which were asked previously in the CDS examination. 2 questions I will be doing in the class, remaining 2 will be homework for you. Do comment your answer. The question says, which one of the following is neither a prime nor a composite number? We know a number which is not a prime and not a composite number is 1 only. So correct answer is 1. Now let's come to second question. The question says, if n plus 2 and n plus 4 are prime numbers, then the number of possible solutions for n are. It is asking number of possible solutions. It is not asking the value for n. So what can be the value of n? We know only even prime number is 2, and it is adding 2 here and 4 here. So n cannot be 2. Since n is a prime number, n cannot be 2. Next prime number will be 3. To check, let's say if you put 3 here, then it will become 3, then 5, then 7. Are all these 3 prime numbers? Yes, all these 3 are prime numbers. We cannot find any other set of these 3 consecutive prime numbers which are also twin prime numbers. So this is the only answer. Only possible value for n is 3. So correct answer is 1. It is asking for number of possible solutions, not the value for n. This is just a tricky question. Now just take the screenshot of the other 2 questions and do comment your answers. If you like the class, do like, share and subscribe. And if you would like to join our batch, you can join our batch starting from 2nd Jan. Link for joining is in description. Thank you and happy learning.